take what's mine, you're just too frail. Hey yo, there's no chance in hell. You wanna take what's mine, you're just too frail. Hey yo, there's
Thank you everyone for being here tonight. This is the morning time for a lot of our folks who are in Europe. A lot of our community members are across the globe, so thank you all for tuning in. Tonight, a lot of reports were brought to our attention, and excuse me, as I'm a little bit under the weather tonight. My job tonight is to address and provide transparency to any and all of those issues that have been brought up. It is important to note that there are some topics where I'm unable to discuss due to our community guidelines that prohibit me from doing so. A major issue that occurred within the past 2 weeks, which was handled effectively and swiftly, was a complaint that was made towards another person in management within our community, within our organization. After reviewing the video evidence of the situation and asking dozens of questions to the person who has alleged the complaint, we did act swiftly with the involvement of our board of directors that resulted in that user's permanent blacklist from our community. The actions that this person partook in is disgusting, it is inhumane, and it is quite sickening. Within our community Discord server, you will see 2 videos that are over 10 minutes long. That is accurate. That starts at the beginning of the conversation and it goes within 30 to 40 days of the conversation. That is full transparency. These videos were not altered or edited in any type of way. In addition, due to recent allegations that the victim has edited the videos, we have declassified, meaning we have made the complaint conversation and the board conversation public record so that everyone can review it and understand what actually took place as far as our decision making. Please also note that while we did have a group chat regarding the incident as a board, we also met in voice chat as well. I have invited another user to partake in this conversation. I'm unsure if they attended, if they plan to attend, given that they have said some very nasty and disgusting comments. As of 20 to 25 minutes ago, I was made aware of a document that was looming in existence. This document is 100% not true. And it was created as a falsification to bring down our community's reputation as well. On your screen, you will see this document, and I will read it and discuss it in detail as well. To my knowledge, WWE 2023 is a group owned by Epics_IX and WWE New Generation, that's what the NNG stands for, is currently under ownership of Miles McMahon. Both users who have copied graphics from our organization before and were reprimanded for doing such. Both organizations that were previously fighting each other within the past 6-7 months, especially with WWE 2023 attempting to recruit WWE New Generation members. And there's also evidence of that. This document is dated April 9th, 2023. It clearly states entered a parent company relationship with WWE and Roblox. WWE NG in 2023 have acquired all of WWE and Roblox's assets. this is incorrect. It is very clear as of this writing that they lack basic comprehension and obviously have ignorance of the terminology of a parent company. A parent company does not work when you have two organizations owning a third organization. That's not how it works. So it is quite unfortunate and it's quite ignorant on their end to suggest such a thing, which that's obviously they have no idea what they're talking about. Then it goes on to state that both are two uprising federations in pro wrestling. That is also not true. Both of them are plagued by ignorance, stupidity, and just plain toxicity. On one end, 2023 openly allows sexual comments to take place within their server, especially between adults and minors, and that is the reason why we have blacklisted them. On the second end, New Generation openly allows people to exploit other groups and provides a safe haven for them to do so. Then it stipulates that both federations are looking forward to free WWE from its scammy, exploiting chairman. We do not exploit nor do we scam. It is clear that they are both frustrated that we are the only community, the only group within the pro wrestling community that has built a platform like we have, where we obviously have a base of people who purchase our merchandise, our tickets, and invest within our community, within our company. We're the only group within pro wrestling that has that platform. So it is unfortunate that they make allegations because they are obsessed with our community and our group. And if, in a sort of way, they're also jealous of it, and it's quite unfortunate. The document then finishes out by stipulating that WWE 2023 will require 50% ownership on Roblox, and then New Generation will require 50%. Again, that makes absolutely zero sense. You can't have a parent company with two organizations owning a third organization. That's just not how it works. And in addition, that's also not how ownership works as well. In the event that they were going to do this, one person or one entity would have to acquire 51%, and the other entity or person would have to acquire 49%. You can't have 50-50 ownership in a company. It's just not how it works. It's not feasible, especially when decisions have to be made. And again, it finalizes by stipulating that both federations have been permitted to use assets and acquire assets from WWE ROBLOX. This is 100% false. And any user, any group who uses our assets and they're not authorized to do so will be reported to customer service, and more specifically, developer relations, where they would content delete anything that they use. Scrolling down to the photos, I will address all these photos. The first photo on the left is a server where myself and Jensen were in. This server was created directly after I had a conversation with Rocco Steels, I believe that's his actual username, or it's 050 or something like that. This is someone who has exploited our group consistently in the past and who has stolen our assets. In a conversation I briefly had with Rocco at the time of that screenshot, if you look at the correct date, I asked him how it was possible for him to steal our animations. And what he showed me was a bot on Discord, which this bot is still there, so I am putting that out there, where you can reverse asset animations and also decals and thumbnails. So anything on Roblox with an asset ID, you can reverse it, and you can acquire the asset. The only times I have utilized that service, the first time was when we were doing XFL, and I purchased the group from I purchased a football league from a group owner, which I can also provide documentation of, and we were utilizing the animations from that football league, and it's still under my ownership as of right now. And the animations were bugging, and they were not working. And when I say they were bugging, they were not working, meaning that in the auto log, every time we updated the game and or the animations, it was as if Roblox was taking them away. So I definitely did utilize that service to compare the original copies of the animations from the group itself, and then also the copy of what I had to do a reverse asset on. And they were both identical. and they also did not work. And the second time I used that asset was when I was trying to measure the ring text. So within our rings and also in real life, they have like the ring LEDs. So I was trying to measure the ring post and the ring LED so that when I send it to our graphic design team, they can make an actual correct size so that the trons don't look blurry or they don't look stretched. So those are the only times. And if you go to that server, I'm assuming that the person who owns that, the perpetrator who was sexually making remarks and disgusting remarks to a minor, if he allowed you into that server, you will see just that. The second photo I would assume is from one of their servers, which I'm no longer in. And I'm going to pull this document up on my end because it's very hard to see. Again, Mulatto and Jensen are the same person. He's a perpetrator who committed sexual crimes to a minor. It is very funny that he asked to this because I'm actually about to tell a lot of stuff, and I'm about to declassify all of this. For those who are been in our community, you guys know I'm very open about what I do, and also I'm very open about what happens in our community as well. So we're about to talk about a lot of stuff that has happened while he's been employed. In July of last year, we had a former employee who sent a package to my office in real life, and I did disclose that to all of our employees privately. What Jensen decided to do, even though I made a complaint to the FBI, was that he wanted to pursue that person in real life and quote unquote get them discharged from the military. I told him, given my political aspirations and what I do in real life, that I'm not partaking in that because that's a mess. And my name is not going to be tied to that. He quote unquote stipulated over 12 times, and there are several people listening here, even in our voice chat, who can attest to this, that A, he was able to figure out that person's real life information, his first and last name, his address, because apparently he still has ties to the military himself. And then 2, he was able to do a dishonorably discharge of the person from the reserves. Now, myself and the person who sent the package to my office, we are on better terms now, and I did verify before I banned Jensen, which is his name, a couple weeks ago, to see if that actually did take place. The person, again, said he had no idea. Well, he didn't have no idea what I was talking about or what I was even referring to. So that is one point of Jensen being in our group. He is a liar. A second point is that he made several times stipulating that he made half of everything within Sama or Luke Cena's group, the animations, the cutscenes, and all of that. We have text messages from Sama who confirms he did not make anything, nor does he even know who that person is. The third point was that Jensen claims repeatedly that he also helped develop majority of the 2X by Leonardo's development team, and that is also false as well. This user has a clear pattern of lying constantly, whether he is talking about his family issues, which I'm not going to discuss, or he's talking about his income that he makes, or the fact that he constantly lies about what he does or what he creates in the hopes of getting best buddies with people. And I, for one, will apologize that I allowed him to trick me in that instance, and that will not happen again. At this time, I will take questions if anyone has any. May I also stipulate too that there's another user. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I was still very public about what I do in life and the numerous roles I have and hats. So if you're going to go on my social media pages like Instagram, LinkedIn, and all of that, and Facebook, and take a photo of me and put it on a meme, while you're at it, please donate to my future political campaign. I would definitely appreciate the money. Yes.
Question from the YouTube chat from MWE saying, one quick question: do any of WWE NG or WWE 23 know about what happened between you?
I have no clue to that user. As I said, I'm always about transparency, so I don't know what they're telling you guys or what is being said behind closed doors when I'm in the room. It's always mighty interesting how comments are always made about me when I'm not there, because they know that I will tell it like it is, and I'm not afraid of nobody, nor do I bow down to anybody. So if you ever have a legit question about an issue that has arisen that my name is in, just ask me, and I would tell you 100% everything, because I'm not beholden to nobody, nor I care. Which is why I told y'all I have no problem declassifying anything that happens in our company, our community. I just do it because I know we didn't do anything wrong. And for that Carter person, yes, it's mighty funny how y'all, again, addressing a YouTube comment, that you guys do that while I'm not there. But when I ask y'all to get in a conversation like this on YouTube, people just refuse. Yeah, that is something that MW person, that is something that I do not tolerate at all. Like, that's just not negotiable. If you ever say that, especially within our community, you have a permanent blacklist. I don't play about that. I work with youth every single day. I also blacklist any other groups or people who also allow that to take place in their servers. And to me, it's kind of like I'm the only person. We are the only community, the only group within this real wrestling community that bans people talking sexual to other people. And to me, I just don't understand why people don't ban users for that. Like, that is not okay in any circumstance whatsoever. And thank you to these 78 people watching. I'll take another question. Let me blow my nose real quick. My nose is gonna stop that. If it's in the YouTube chat or it's in Discord.
Someone said in the YouTube chat, question: how old is Jensen? Come from Slacks.
I have no clue. He has told myself, he has told other people multiple things, that he's 25, 26. He's also said he was 24. I don't know. He did make the comment that he never does reveal his age because he wants to keep people guessing. But he has also said he's been on this platform way longer than me. So, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that, unfortunately. I think I'm getting pinned in Discord server if you want to read the general chat. Oh, I did not address this, but Swish was banned for multiple reasons. Again, mind you, he has been banned before for over 6 months. So he was told when he appealed that any rule violations will result in immediate ban. The first thing he did was he was talking sexual during the WrestleMania stream, and he was warned by multiple people. The second thing is he decided to leak contents of our board conversation without it being made public by the company itself. So one, he was talking sexual, and then two, he was leaking classified information. And that's something that we do not play about. So that's why he was banned. Does someone have a question?
All right, coming from Paul Levesque, the CEO of WWE, said, question for me, why did he, being probably WWE 23 and WWNG, lie about building for a company? What was the purpose? What was the angle?
Again, I cannot speak towards his mindset. He said a lot of stuff about a lot of people. Well, they have. I happened to join the server because back in November, I briefly changed my username to Carmelo Hayes, and I had a render made that looked like my version of Carmelo Hayes, and I started using the Superstar Experience. Then I saw that this group basically copied literally what I was doing, and I joined the server just to see what was happening. To this day, they still use that same poster, which is literally a copy of what we did. So I can't attest to that. While Miles' group just allows people to exploit, and then they still copy other people's shit. Excuse my language. They still copy other people's work, and then I have made a YouTube video about that as well before.
And another question coming from Saver. He said, my question is how you will ensure that you do not allow anyone to trick you with their lies.
Well, we have a vetting process now, so while several people have voiced their frustration with our hiring process, it is there for a reason. That way we can thoroughly vet and interview candidates who apply for positions. We have now switched more to merit-based application system to where even if I know someone, or let's say one of our vice presidents or directors knows someone and they want to bring them in, they still have to undergo the exact same process that anyone else would. So that would deter that from happening.
All right, we'll take about 1 or 2 more questions in general, if anyone has any more questions. From Bianca Beller, is there any further action being done or consulted to make sure this doesn't happen again?
As I stipulated earlier, we do have new systems in place. And again, we encourage everyone to use our complaint system. We review complaints every single day. And of course, we do have a team that does that, so it's not just myself, and it's not just one person doing it. I believe, based off of what has transpired within the past 2 weeks, that we definitely have the safeguards in place to protect the interests of our universe members and our employees.
Are there any more questions in general, or YouTube chat, anyone? It says it seems there's no more questions in general or the YouTube chat.
All right. Well, please purchase your WrestleMania tickets starting at $50 per ticket. This also gives you access in game to both nights, and also Hall of Fame. And the access, we will be opening up our WrestleMania Superstore, so you'll see over 80 pieces of clothing being sold, along with title belts and other accessories that will be made available for purchase. And again, WrestleMania is this upcoming Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 9 p.m. for Europe, and 11 or 12 o'clock for South Africa and the Middle East, as we have people over there. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you to the 87 total live viewers and the 14 concurrent. Have a good rest of your day.